Everybody, my name is Christopher Saunders, and this is the Connecticut Sports Talent Show, where we talk all things talent in Connecticut. On tonight's show, I'm pleased to have Terrance Stevens, a senior from the Wolcott Eagles basketball program, who's back on for a second time. Terrance, I appreciate you coming back on, man.
No problem. I enjoy
You
it.
know, you know, Terrance, when the last time I spoke with you, Wolcott was having a very good season, and you guys were able to conclude a very good season. You know, he made to the second round in Division Five. You just missed the NVL tournament, but Wolcott, I think, as you told me, was only one of three teams to get past the first round in the program's history. So now, as basketball is over with, and right before you start AAU, have you been able to kind of reflect as far as what you and the rest of the seniors accomplished at Wolcott this season?
We looked back at it and enjoyed it very much. Like coach told us to keep our heads up, and what we did was little history. One of three teams, like you said, and it was a good accomplishment what we did. And we're the underdogs the whole season. A lot of people didn't expect us to have 10 wins or even get close to where we were at. Like
Like, do you almost feel like in a way that you and the rest of the team use that as like a chip almost? Because, like you said, nobody predicted Wolcott to win 10 games. I mean, I could tell you that I saw people saying you guys would win like three, one, none, like that. No, seriously, though. But then when you guys make that much of a jump, I mean, that had to be like a motivational thing for you guys every time out.
yeah, I think early in the season we proved ourselves versus Waterbury Career when we only lost to them by 9 points. After that, teams started to look at us like as a competing team, and they had to look out for us. And we weren't gonna be quiet. We're gonna make noise.
For you specifically, and I know how this, second half of the season, you still ended up, and I'm not surprised, you killed it, in
Yeah.
a lot of ways. Are you happy with how you finished off the season?
Um. Personally, I don't know. I feel like I could have done better for us to make to the All NVL playoffs. I'm really upset by that. I feel like we should have got there. That was a little bit on me. I could have done a lot better than my last game.
So you feel like in a way that missing the NVL tournament because you guys were so close. I know you guys lost some tough games at the end of the season. That kind of got away from you and the rest of the team a little bit.
Yeah, that hurt.
So, but the way to be able to respond to that, you guys had some time off before your first game in Division Five. So, what did you guys do during that time off to kind of regroup after that?
We watched a lot of film on who we are gonna play next, and we just practiced hard. Just treated every practice like it's about to be our last. We never know when our last game was, and was had to go hard.
And when you won that first game, I mean, talk to me about the emotion.
Best feeling ever. Celebrated so hard on the bus. It was like the first time we won. Like Wicked has won a state game in so long, so it felt so special to us to win that game.
And that was at East Hampton, right?
Yeah,
So that's a far drive.
yeah.
So
It was fun.
I'm sure.
The bus ride was really hectic. It was fun.
So talk to me if you can about coming back. I mean, was Coach Gianpertucci going crazy in there? Was he dancing a little bit?
Right? Yeah, he danced. He danced a little bit. Yeah, we all did.
I mean, I just want to go back to that. I mean, you mentioned how it was a surreal feeling. I mean, for the team itself to know what history was just made. I mean, just talk about that.
This players love to be a part of it. I love the thing I love about our team that we have players on the bench that wouldn't get in, and they'll support us so much, and they just love to be a part of us, like of what they do, and what they do in practice means a lot to us too throughout the season.
Now I know the next game, and again, you guys played the next team tough and you lost, but again, it was a very competitive game. As the final, buzzer went off and the clocks hit zero, I mean, what was your first reaction?
I was just, it was my last high school game ever. I was just down. Felt, I don't know, felt bad. Yeah, I had no emotion. I mean, I had emotion. I was like really sad.
Mhm.
Yeah, didn't want to talk to nobody really. Yeah, it was bad.
what was the final speech from Gene Petrucci?
We had a great season, and we were like I said earlier, the underdogs of the season. No one expected us to be here. We worked hard for everything that we got. Like we weren't like a talented team. We were like a hard-working team. So everything we got was more earned than just given.
For you, how much time did you give yourself to be able to kind of reflect, but also, like you said, you took it very hard, and I'm not surprised. How much
Yeah.
time did you give yourself?
So like 4 to 5 days. Yeah, it
Really?
took a while. Yeah. I didn't like it, like going back to school. Oh, how do you guys lost or like this and that? Like it was just, I was just in the mood for a while after losing that game. But
So
then
how
I
did
had
you
a
snap yourself out of it?
AU season coming. Look to look to do better there, play and compete. I still get to play more games and compete,
Mhm.
but it's just not the same though as it is in high school. So, you know,
It's always a little different. AAU, different brand of basketball, and like you said, the teammates and such as well, you know?
yeah,
So as the season concluded for basketball and they came out with the all state and such as far as the players and Division Five, and I was shocked you were not there. Obviously, it'd be dumb to ask, hey, so how do you feel about not making the all state team? That's a dumb question. But the
yeah.
better question I think would be, and I think for maybe hopefully other potential coaches out there, pardon me, as far as for the next level is concerned, um, how are you going to respond to that?
To like to get all state. How am I gonna respond to get all state?
As far as the next step, as far as now with high school being over and not getting something that I think a lot of people felt like you deserved, how are you going to respond now for every basketball game that you play?
I'm gonna play my heart out. Like, hey, you, any game could be my last game. Any coach, anybody could be watching at any tournament. You just gotta play, send film, and work hard, practice on your game every day.
Do you almost feel like too to go back to what you said with Wolcott being the underdog, being underrated, people kind of glossing over you? Do you feel like this is kind of like one of those situations there where it's the same thing, but now it's gonna add more to that shoulder of okay, I've got even more to prove now. What says you?
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely gonna be like that.
You know, it's going to be one of those things, Terrance, where, you know, I think you will put in the work as you showed during the regular season and during the CIC tournament time. Terrance, I really appreciate you coming on. Before I let you go, you mentioned AAU and such. I know you mentioned a lot of very good players, you know, Lott, Pierce, you know, Busy Beeman, Brandon Beeman will be on that team as well.
Uh,
Um, Being around that talent, right? How
uh,
awesome is that to be able to be around players who you competed against and played very well, but now they're your teammates?
yeah, it's fun. We have exciting practices. It's like an all-star team up, and then we go at it against other people that we don't really know that well, and
Hmm.
you know,
It makes you wonder if the NVL could have like an all-star team, kind of like what they do in the NBA, right? And have
yeah,
a one game thing. And let's say you competed against, I don't know, like the FCAC, all, you know, all state team or not all state, but just all-star team, whatever. I think the NVL would win some games. I think it'd be very tough to beat them, especially
yeah,
this year,
yeah, we definitely will. Yeah,
you know. But hey, Terrance, I appreciate you coming on. A lot of fun being able to talk with you, and best of luck in the AAU season. Hopefully, a lot of good stuff will be coming your way.
thank you.
No problem. I'll wrap things up here in the Connecticut Sports Talent Show. So until next time, stay safe. Remember, CT stands for Connecticut Talent. I'm going to try and find them all. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody, and be well.